Hey, so today I want to talk with you about change. Um, I am in the midst of a huge change, and it's just one of those seasons of life. See, my parents are in their 80s, and they have had a photography studio gallery for 50 years here in Charlevoix, Michigan, which is this little town in the very tip of the mitt up here by Traverse City, just north of Traverse City, south of the Mackinac Bridge. I grew up here, and quite frequently I make my way back up to northern Michigan in the summertime because I live in St. Petersburg, Florida, and it is very warm in the summer in Florida. And this year's different because we are in what feels like a huge upheaval. My dad is really depressed because he feels like he's taking 50 years of his life and throwing it in the dumpster, which has been my job mostly. It's 4:39 on Saturday afternoon, and I've been spending a good portion of my days going through a basement full of things that may have some value and most things that probably don't have a lot of value to anyone but my father. And when it comes to change, there are kind of two ways of looking at it. One is to lament and to go through a mourning process, a grieving process of leaving something behind. And the other, and I think that's it's good that we do that, but I think the more important thing is to look at whatever you're changing from and what you're changing to as an opportunity, as a new chapter, as a fresh start maybe. And for me, this has really been difficult because my dad, he's been depressed, and some of his coping mechanisms haven't been very healthy. Of course, it stresses us out, my mom and I, and it's hard. It's hard when people are grieving and going through this change. And of course, I'm in the midst of it, and I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to be sympathetic and empathetic and understand, what this change means for my family. But yeah, I can give you a quick look of kind of what my life has been this last couple weeks. Basically, here are some of the things that have come out of the basement, and there's our studio. So yeah, it's been super challenging going through all of these things and trying to help my family navigate through change. So when it comes to change, I don't know, I guess, if you have any thoughts about it. And if you've dealt with parents who are transitioning from a lifetime of working in their own business, and a successful business at that, and now trying to figure out what's next, I'd appreciate any thoughts, because I'm struggling. I'm finding that this season has had more challenges than I anticipated, and it's been emotional, to say the least. And of course, I believe there's a spiritual component as well. So I'm trusting that God is going to help me be wise and discerning, and help my parents in this transition, and trust that God is going to help me with my own loss. My loss of a father who was my Superman, my go-to guy who knew everything, and there wasn't anything he couldn't do and nothing he didn't know. And now later in life, of course, he's becoming a different person than I remember him. And that's difficult, that's challenging, that almost doesn't seem fair, that I've lost the dad of my youth, but he is now a new person, and I need to love him for who he is now, and to remember all that I love about him as a kid and all that I love about him now, and to cherish the moments that I have with him. So yeah, this is just the chapter of life that I think, well, everyone has to go through if you have parents. Um, it's one of those things. It doesn't seem fair, but it is what it is, and God will help see us through it all.